If you haven't played LostWinds yet, pause the video, go to the Wii Shop, download LostWinds, play it, and then come back. No, I'm not kidding here. You have to do this. Go play LostWinds right now. You obviously have internet connection because you're watching this video, unless if you're at a library or something, and if you're watching a video at the library, you're a loser. Sorry, it's true. And anyway, go play it. It's worth the $10. Now, your opinion of LostWinds 2 is completely dependent on your opinion of LostWinds 1. If you thought that LostWinds 1 was great, like I did, you're going to like LostWinds 2 a lot. But if you didn't like LostWinds 1, and if you didn't like LostWinds 1, you have no soul, well, this game isn't going to change it for you, and it probably isn't worth the money. LostWinds 1, if you aren't aware of it and you don't feel like doing what I just told you to do, LostWinds 1 was a game where you controlled a wind elemental named Enril, help a young boy named Toku build up Enril and let her fight the evil fire spirit, I guess, named Balazar. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. These names are really weird. But anyway, you pointed at the screen with the Wiimote, and that controlled the wind, and then when you were done controlling the wind, you could control Toku with the control stick. It was a fun system. It worked. It was great. It had a Metroid-y style. Now, there were a few problems with LostWinds 1. Namely, the biggest problem was the length. I beat it in 90 minutes. Not kidding, 90 minutes. Most people online said it was 3 hours long, so apparently I'm really good at this game, but it was really, really short for the $10 price point. And LostWinds 2 immediately fixes that because I beat LostWinds 2 in 3 hours. So, if it's double the time that I took for it, most people will probably get 5 to 6 hours out of LostWinds, which is really good for a $10 game. And so, that immediately solves the problem with LostWinds 1. I would recommend buying LostWinds 1 first, though, because it helps you get into the game, but whatever. Let me talk about LostWinds 2 specific things immediately. So you control Toku, and he's trying to find his mother, Magdi, who got lost in the mountains. And it's cold up there, so there's a lot of problems with there's a lot of interesting puzzles using the wind and the snow and ice and stuff. So anyway, I don't want to spoil anything with the story, no promises, but I'll try not to. So at one point you need to talk to another elemental, and you get the power to change seasons, which adds a lot of interesting puzzles to it. Now, changing the seasons isn't really a unique game concept. Zelda did it in Oracle of Seasons, but it's really used creatively here with the use of wind. For example, when it's snowing, you can use a vortex, which is make a giant circle of wind on the snow, and it'll create a snowball, which can temporarily put down pressure plates. Or using the cyclone, which is an ability where you press both buttons and go like this, you can do that, and then it'll make a rain cloud. And the rain cloud can move water from one place to another, which you can then freeze over once you change to winter. There's a lot of neat puzzles like that, and it is fun to play. The game is fun to play. It also improves upon a lot of the other problems that LostWinds had. One is the battles. A lot of the fighting in LostWinds was really annoying and stupid and needless. And now, there's still that kind of problem in LostWinds 2, where the main enemies are really annoyingly hard to kill, but are still really ridiculously easy. At least there's more of a strategy now, because there's different variations of them, and you feel like you need to fight them a little bit more. Also, the final boss in LostWinds 2 is a lot more epic, and is a lot more suitable than the one in LostWinds 1. Now, as great as the game is, and is definitely worth your money if you like these sort of games, there are still some problems. One, namely being controlling the physics regarding moving objects. A lot of the time you'll need to like move fruit or boulders or a stone of some sort kind to press down a pressure plate. And these parts are the most infuriating things because these objects are so light and so hard to place precisely. It adds on so much annoying time, it's unnecessary, and it's really... It's a standard puzzle, and I'd expect it to be easy, because pushing stuff onto a pressure plate or a button to make stuff happen is a standard in almost every adventure game. But the fact that it's hard just to put the rock on the button is a problem, and I was hoping they would fix that. It's a little bit better, but not really all that much. Another thing is that the characters still really aren't that relatable. There's a lot more emphasis on story on LostWinds 2, and you care a lot more than in LostWinds 1, but it still could be a whole lot better. Now, onto graphics and sound, the game looks really pretty. I mean, this is a really good-looking game. Like, it's better looking than most normal Wii games are. The snow effects are amazing. The water looks nice. Everything looks really nice. And the soundtrack is very peaceful and calming too. I like it. I actually can't find it on YouTube. If anyone can tell me where I can find the soundtrack online, like where I can listen to it, I don't need to download it, just a place where I can listen to the LostWinds soundtrack, that would really help. But however, there was one really weird thing that I should mention to you guys, and I don't know if this is just a problem with my version of the game, my download, or if it's a widespread thing, but I thought I should just let you know. Especially early on in the game, I experienced some really bad slowdown issues. And I'm not talking like a frame rate stutter or anything like that. I'm talking like a full 45 to 60 seconds of the game running at half speed. Slowdown bad. This seemed to teeter out after the first half an hour of gameplay, but still, that's kind of excessive and kind of idiotic and kind of weird. Now, since it might just be a glitch on my end, but it's something you should keep out for. But basically, if you liked LostWinds 1, you're going to love LostWinds 2. If you didn't like LostWinds 1, LostWinds 2 isn't going to change your mind. And if you've never played LostWinds, screw you. This is ExandShadow, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.